Hey guys, it's Raven, and today's video is not art related at all. It's actually a 50 facts about me video. I actually went to go edit this video just a little bit ago and realized that the first half of my facts, the whole audio was out of sync. So that really pissed me off, but I'm gonna film it right now. My hair is gonna be down because this was way after the fact, and then later on you're gonna see me with a ponytail all of a sudden, but sometimes your audio decides to just go out of sync for no reason. But enough about that, let's go ahead and get to the 50 facts about me. Number 1, Raven Noel, as you see on my channel name, is my actual real name. Most people, when they hear my name, especially my first name, they don't think that it's real, and they're like, oh, did you decide to change your name? Raven's my real name, Raven Noel. And I can personally say that I love my name, and I think it fits me perfectly. Number 2, so I'm actually the oldest of 4 children. After me comes my little brother Rowan, after Rowan comes my little sister Aria, and after Aria comes my little brother Aiden. Number 3, I guess you could say that I'm a self-taught artist. I never went to art school, but I did have a couple art classes in middle school and high school. Okay, as you can tell, I'm interrupting again. That's why I'm wearing a whole different outfit, because I realized when I was editing that fact number 4, 5, and 6 just disappeared. I don't know, they are gone. They are nowhere to be found. So we are just going to film them again real quick, and I'm gonna be in this outfit and look like this for 3 facts, so get ready. Number 4, I've always wanted to do something on YouTube. And when I say always, I just mean since the beginning of YouTube, really. I was one of those kids that grew up on YouTube. I've been watching it now for 11 years. Back when Ryan Higa, Smosh, Shane, you know, they were some of the most subscribed channels at the time. I love Dave Days and Kev Jumba. And I always wanted to make videos. When I watched them, I was like, oh my God, this is so much fun. I want to do this. But I always thought I couldn't. And the reason why is because everybody that I just named, they all kind of had the same genre of video, which is comedy. So at the time, that's what I thought all YouTube was comedy channels. And I felt like I wouldn't belong if I made a channel, because I didn't want to solely just do comedy. I regret in some ways not starting all the way back then, but then again, I was a little preteen going on 13 at the time, so they would have been really cringy videos regardless. I'm glad that I started now rather than never. Number 5. In my senior year of high school, I was actually a cabin leader for a science camp, and my nature name was Orchid. Number 6, when I was a kid, I got hit in the face with an axe. Really. Retha, if somehow you're watching this, you know where I'm going with this story. My childhood best friend, Retha, and I were playing in my backyard like we always did, doing stupid shit like we always did, and there was a axe in my backyard. I don't know why the hell this axe was there, but I don't know. It was somewhere out in the yard. She picks it up, starts messing around with it, playing with it, swinging the axe back and forth, and she winds up the swing, right? I'm behind her, so when she winds up, that shit hits me in the jaw. But thankfully, it was the back of the axe. It wasn't the front of the axe, because I would have probably a huge gash in my face. Regardless, that shit still hurt, and I was fucking crying, of course. But obviously, I was okay, didn't need to get stitches or anything, and we actually laughed about it not long after. Number 7, in my senior year of high school, I actually played water polo. So I've never been a super sporty person. I've always liked the idea of sports, and when I would play them, I enjoyed playing during PE. But I've always been kind of a heavier girl, definitely not fit by any means, so I figured I just couldn't participate in sports and felt really embarrassed doing it, which is a sad thing to think, because once I joined water polo, I actually really loved it, and to this day I still miss it. Number 8, in my junior year of high school, I actually had an art piece of mine put up in the Hagen Museum, which was pretty cool, even though it was a piece that I wasn't really feeling. It was a piece that I didn't put a lot of effort into. It was still cool to see it up in a museum. Number 9, I've never left the country. Number 10, I've never left California. I'm putting it as a goal in 5 years that both of those answers will be changed. Number 11, one of my biggest dreams is to publish a book of poems and illustrate it. Number 12, me and my boyfriend have been together since middle school. Earlier this year in February, we just had our 9-year anniversary, and next year, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but it's gonna be 10 years together. Crazy. Number 13, I'm a Sagittarius. Number 14, Billy Joel and Queen are my favorite artists of all time. Number 15. I am a quarter Mexican, but I can't speak Spanish. Como se dice, I'm sorry, I'm a disappointment in Espanol? Number 16. When it comes to other ethnicities, I'm supposedly, and I wrote them down because some of these I didn't even know until right now, or that I'd forgotten. German, Irish, Dutch, British, Portuguese, and Blackfoot Indian. Who knows if any of those are true or not? I want to take one of those DNA tests so bad just to figure out what is true, what is not. Number 17, I've never broken a bone in my body. Number 18, I never went to college. Definitely had my heart set on it for a really long time, and even now I sometimes think about going. Ultimately, what led me not to do it is I didn't want to rack up so much money in debt for a degree that I wasn't sure that I wanted. Number 19, even though my list of careers has fluctuated since I was a little kid to now, the one thing that has always been on that list was artist. Number 20, I'm an empath. 21, most of the years in high school, I very seriously wanted to be a psychologist. Number 22, so my first and only concert that I've been to was Cheetah Girls, and Hannah Montana was opening for them, so I saw Miley Cyrus in concert, okay? Like, yes, she was wearing a blonde wig, and yes, she was technically Hannah Montana, but I mean, they're the same person, so don't at me. 23, I cried every time that my parents told me that they were pregnant with another kid. Every single one. Love you, siblings. Number 24, Gilmore Girls is my favorite show ever. I'm not joking, I've watched it all the way through at least 20 times, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was more than that, because every time I finish it, I just start it back up again. You need me to be with you, I will follow where you lead. Team Jess, by the way, like nobody else was right for Rory. Team Jess. You wanna know what's better than 24? 25. Okay, that was stupid. That was stupid. My favorite color is blush pink. This shade of pink, shell pink, like I showed you in my last video, the paint that I use, this color of pink is my favorite. And also yellow. 26. My favorite fast food place is Taco Bell. Nacho Bel Grande. 27. My favorite desserts are ice cream and cheesecake. 28. My favorite animals are cats. 29. I once drank a whole bottle of ketchup just because the YouTuber CHARLIEISSOCOOLLIKE once made a video attempting to drink a whole bottle of ketchup, and he failed and basically said nobody could do it. So I was like, I could do it because ketchup is my favorite condiment and I love it so much. And I did, and I nailed it, and I got sick later that day. 30. I can do this with my thumb. So this is my thumb, and there you go. Put it behind my hand, and it just stays there like this, and then all good. 31. And I also have a weird thing with my knuckle. I don't know, just for some reason, this knuckle right here, this one, watch what it does when I make the number 2. Do you see that? How it just kind of jolts. When I do that on this one, there's no movement on this knuckle right here. Nothing. But this one moves. I don't know. Weird. 32. I once had a faux hawk. 33. I've dyed my hair a lot. Purple, pink, blue, green. Bleached it. 34. Only piercing I have is standard ear piercing. Other than that, nothing, but I do want to get a septum maybe later this year. 35. I don't have any tattoos, but again, hopefully later this year, that will change. 36. So this one is kind of ironic because my name is Raven, which is after a bird, but I have an irrational fear of birds, kind of. Mostly seagulls. I kind of just don't like birds flying in my vicinity directly above me with their flapping wings, and I always feel like they're gonna shit on me, so. 37. My sweet 16 birthday party was Alice in Wonderland themed, and we had a scavenger hunt around our whole entire neighborhood. 38. This one is a little embarrassing, but I believed in Santa until I was 11 years old. 39. I once had a huge crush on this boy ever since kindergarten to 6th grade. I thought he was so cute and I was like in love with him. I remember writing him like a love letter one day and all this crap. Until 6th grade, when I finally realized that 1, he didn't like me back. 2, he was an asshole. He was an asshole to so many people. And 3, he bullied me, so why the fuck should I like him? Finally snapped out of it and realized that I probably shouldn't like somebody who's such a dick. Number 40. This one's weird because I don't think I've told anybody this, or maybe I did tell one of my classmates, I can't remember. But in high school, I had a major crush on one of my high school teachers. I'm not gonna say who, just in case somebody want to run and go tell that teacher. But he was obviously way freaking older than me, and I don't really have a thing for older guys, but I just loved his person. This is so weird. Like, why am I saying this? But I don't know. I just thought he was cute, and I liked his personality and his attitude, how funny he was, and oh my god. 41. I was an OG emo kid. Had my side bangs over my eye to where I couldn't see, and I would frequently bump into shit, but no, it was part of my look. You know, I can't fucking move my bangs out of my face. Like, I'm emo, I'm edgy, bro. Like, what the fuck? On top of the long fucking bangs too, I fucking razor cut that shit. So I had like the eyebrow razors or whatever you call them, and I'd just sit there in the mirror like, you know, like do my stupid bangs. And I had bracelets up to like here. I love booby bracelets, the fucking the Catholic bracelets, silly bands. I had a whole sleeve, 2 whole sleeves of bracelets, and I'm so cringy. I called it my armor. My arm. My favorite band was MCR, and if you're not hip with it, you know, if you're not edgy and emo like I was, from My Chemical Romance, okay? And I still fucks with them. Like, every single time the Black Parade comes on, all of a sudden I have black nail polish and black eyeliner. So, father took me into the city. Oh shit, that's not covering enough of my eye, bitch. To see a march and oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry, that was way too flashback. I was like, oh my god. Emo, please. 42. I really love Star Wars. Now, I haven't been a fan for very long. Only like the last year or so, but I'm a fan nonetheless. My boyfriend actually is a huge Star Wars fan, and he was like, hey, you want to watch Star Wars with me? And to be honest, I was like, sure. And thinking it was gonna be like so dull and boring as shit. But to my surprise, I fell in love with the world and the characters, and it really inspired me creatively because at this point, I wasn't liking the art I was producing. I drew a picture of the Death Star, and I just have such a connection with Star Wars now, and it holds a happy place in my heart for me. 43. I love Billie Holiday very, very much, and actually my cat is named after Billie Holiday. You ready for your big YouTube debut? Oh, bitty girl. Say hi. Hi. Oh, my baby. 44. I can spend hours in an antique store. I'm not even joking. I once spent 4 hours in this big antique mall that was back in Roseville. I miss that antique store so bad. I even have dreams about it. That's how much I miss the store. 45. I'm 5'4". 46. My mom is my biggest inspiration in the whole entire world, and she knows that. If I can be half the person that she is, I will have lived a great life. 47. I absolutely love Shel Silverstein. Obviously, yes, as a poet and an illustrator and a writer, but also just as a person. I remember reading a biography about him and just his life, the way that he is. I feel like me and him would have been really great friends. 48. I actually get really down on myself and very critical of my artwork and me as an artist, to the point where I feel like everything I produce is mediocre. A lot of the times I feel like I don't have a strong suit when it comes to art. Like, I'm good at this one thing, that this is the thing that I'm really good at. The art that I produce isn't good enough. And the reason why I'm also putting this in here is because there are so many artists that I look up to and whose art is so beautiful, and that I'm like, wow, I wish I could produce that. I wish I could be like them. Not knowing that those same artists have had their bad art. Okay, again, editing Raven from the future. Okay, so the rest of this clip just decided to disappear like the other facts in the beginning, so I'm just gonna voice over what I was saying. I was just saying that I have all these artists whose artwork I admire and I love and I wish that I could produce, and that I think is so much better than my artwork, and that it's absolutely perfect. And that those artists also get down on themselves, that they also have bad art days. And I just wanted to put this in here to let anybody else know that if you're having a bad art day, if you think a certain way about your artwork, know that you're not alone and that literally every artist goes through it. Number 50. So I was one of those kids growing up where I did all the stupid challenges, such as ice and salt challenge, the cinnamon challenge, eraser challenge, which I still have a scar from. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of by the big green vein on my hand, but it's almost shaped like an exclamation point. Don't be like me. All right, and that is all the facts that I have today. Thank you for sticking through this video because I know that it was a lot. This was a lot harder than I thought. I think once I got to like fact 20, it was taking a lot of thinking to think of something worthy enough to put into a video. There were some boring ones in there, which I'm sorry, but that's all I have for today. My next video is gonna be a mom versus boyfriend challenge, so stay tuned for that. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell to get all the notifications every time I post on this channel. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. You make my whole entire life every time that you watch a video of mine. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.